Ready for step number 2 in my 7-step info marketing startup plan? It's identifying hot markets, rabid buyers who are just jumping at the bit to buy your products. It's important that you find out who they are, what they want. One of the biggest failures, one of the biggest mistakes that people make in any business is they try to please everybody with the products. You don't want to do this. Now, I've got to be honest with you, because we have very limited time here. I've got to condense this information a little bit, so I can't give you the whole 9 yards. It's just not enough time. I would love to do this. I'm going to give you the gist of how to identify a good target market. I want to give you 5 questions you want to ask yourself, and you want to be able to answer yes to every one of those questions. If you answer no to even one of them, I strongly urge you to consider pursuing a different target market, because you may be putting yourself into a dangerous zone. You may be heading towards a big disaster by putting products together for an audience that doesn't want them or can't buy them. So here are the 5 questions you want to ask yourself. Number 1 is, can you find this audience easily? What does this mean? It means, is there an association? Is there a website that generates subscribers already that are just like your potential clients? Is there a magazine that all those people subscribe to? You know, for example, in hobbyist markets, there are many niche magazines that are like for people in plane modeling, or in people that do collect or play with those little toy trains. Those are big niche markets. They have their own magazines. Gardening, home improvements, big industries, all right? The second question you want to ask yourself is, can you affordably reach them? Now, just because you can find them in big groups doesn't mean you can get in front of them. So yes, there's a good group of people, but if they're behind a steel wall and you can't reach them, well, that doesn't do you any good just because you found them. So you have to have a way to reach them. Can you send them an email? Can you send them a postcard? Can you send them a phone message? Can somebody send them a message for you to bring them to your website? Very important. Can you affordably reach them? Number 3, are they actually actively looking for your product? You know, I've seen people squander time and lots of money by getting married to the ideas and thinking, well, everybody needs it. Just because everybody needs it doesn't mean anybody wants it. Big distinction. Does your market have a problem that they are already aware of and they actively are looking for a solution? Because if no, well, you'll have a hard time telling them, giving them, selling them something they don't want. If you don't want something, it doesn't matter how good the deal is, you just don't want it. Number 4 is, do they have the money to buy it? Do they have the money to buy it? Let me give you an idea. In my business, I put all sorts of different training programs, but some of them are very expensive, and they're for advanced entrepreneurs, advanced business owners who already generate a lot of income, and they are willing to invest money to learn how to make even more money. So I can charge them a decent fee to bring them to my trainings. You know, a lot of startup professionals would love to take my trainings. But you know, there are 2 things. 1 is those trainings are too advanced, would have been a waste for them anyway. And 2, the price is too steep. So if I spend time, money, and effort advertising to those startup businesses for those advanced courses, it doesn't matter how attractive it is. They have no money to invest in it. It's too expensive for them. And finally, question number 5 is, can they make the buying decision? You know, a friend of mine started a business once marketing to franchises because he realized there are so many businesses out there, but what he didn't realize that there are no 10,000 customers. In a nutshell, there were like 20 customers who were the big franchise companies. And those companies made a decision, not the 10,000 individual shop owners. So can your buyer, can the person you intend to target as your potential client, is that person free to make the buying decision to invest in your product, program, service, whatever the solution is, all right? I wish I could have spent more time on this, but again, if you just ask yourself those 5 questions, that will help you tremendously with narrowing down your potential clients, potential target market.